Hey, Hold Together Trash, episode 181, Zodiac. My name is Eric.
I am Jason.
How you doing?
I'm excellent.
How are you?
Yeah.
Alright.
How about you?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're both at the top of our form.
Sadly, yes.
Let's, yeah.
Yeah? I don't know. Well, 24 hours ago, you came over and we started watching a movie.
Yeah. It's the first movie filmed in real time that takes place over the period of years.
What a long fucking movie this was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, spoiler. I'm done with David Fincher.
Oh. You did not like this one?
I liked it,
Yeah.
but I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got better things to do with my time. Give me a sweet 90-minute movie. That's all I want.
You know, it is a long movie, but, like, once it gets rolling, it never feels too long.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You really?
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, see,
I kept looking at the time.
Well, you were waiting on our La Rosas to come.
Yeah, after it came. I started
Okay.
looking at the time, wondering, when the hell is this going to be over?
Oh. Yeah, it felt fine. It felt fine as far as, like, lengthwise to me.
I disagree.
Mm.
But I did like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I think this may be, yeah, I'm done. Unless, like, the next movie kind of pulls out as, like, a 70-minute, horror movie or something, then
Right,
sure, I'm
right.
on board for that.
How about if we, just, like, watch his movie in, like, 2 or 3 chunks? Like, we review each chunk.
We may have to.
Yeah, each one's about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 episodes.
Yeah, we can do that. Man, I love David Fincher. I really do. I don't think I've seen anything by him that I did not really, really like, including, like, Paul Abdul videos. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I even like his videos.
I don't know what videos he's directed, so I can't.
I know he did Express Yourself by Madonna.
Never saw it.
And it's got, like, some cats spilling milk. Very metaphorical.
All right.
And then,
I like cats.
yeah, who doesn't? And then, the was it Straight Up, or, I don't know, it was the one where she's, like, walking through, a weirdly lit alley, and it's, like, a faraway shot for a lot
Billie
of...
Jean.
That's it, Billie Jean. Yeah.
And, like, the sidewalk lights up
Yeah,
with every step.
yeah. And then all the Muppets that look like Leonard Nimoy and everybody show. Or no, that's Phil Collins' Land of Confusion.
Well, yeah.
Genesis. But I know he did a bunch of other ones. But
Did he do the one with MC Scat Cat?
no, that was not him.
Should have been.
Opposites Attract.
Yeah.
That was David Lynch. You're always getting those two mixed up.
That's right. Oh, yeah, maybe I'm done with David Lynch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I might be with you on that one. Because I did see Inland Empire.
Yeah.
Which is worse than anything David Fincher's ever done.
I could not tell you the last David Lynch movie I saw. It was probably Elephant Man.
Oh man, Michael Bay should remake that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I did, actually, I have seen Dune since the last time I watched Elephant Man, so...
Right.
Speaking of incredibly long movies.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dune.
And bad movies.
Did you see Lost Highway?
No.
Henry Rollins plays a prison guard.
What?
Yeah. He's only in it for like 8 seconds.
Yeah. I think Henry Rollins plays a cop in The New Guy with DJ Coles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes playing those cops.
Yeah.
I look forward to the day when cops will no longer be referred to as pigs.
Me too. Wait, no I don't. Yes, I think it's hilarious.
That was a pretty good, that was a little backhanded insult in the movie.
Yeah.
The guy says that to the police officer. But he says it with this, like, not, he doesn't have like a shit-eating smile or anything.
Right.
He seems like he's trying to be,
Given who the character is, maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no like,
Right.
to his voice or anything. But we watched Zodiac.
We did watch Zodiac, and I'm gonna try to remember way back to the beginning of it. That was a meal ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to do some work over the phone.
Right,
since then. Yeah.
Multiple bathroom breaks.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is a long movie. It's like 2.5 hours. But
It's a little over 2.5.
2:40.
Yeah.
But, I really, I mean, like, I think once it builds, it, like, just kind of, like, it kept me kind of on my seat.
Yeah.
Even the second time this is the second time I've seen it. And, I still was like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Even though I'd seen it before.
I mean, I liked it, but I had problems with it. And I think there are certain types of movies that exist. The most recent one that I've seen that I could compare it to, even though, like, thematically, subject matter, completely different.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a movie called Young Adult a couple weeks ago. With,
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt and Charlize Theron, which I wound up coming off of it not liking the movie, but I can also say that it was not a bad movie.
Right.
Because every individual element of that movie was good, but overall I did not enjoy it. And I think that's almost the same with this movie.
Okay.
I think all the elements are great in this movie. Acting, story, direction, just everything.
Editing is pretty awesome.
Editing's pretty awesome, but overall I'm just sort of walking away just exhausted and just not really sure how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, it is clearly not a bad movie at all.
Yeah. Exhausting is a fair complaint.
Yeah.
There's a shitload of names to remember.
Yeah.
A lot of information is bombarded upon you at a very fast pace.
Yeah.
And
For a 3-hour movie.
for a 3-hour movie, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, this is a murder mystery.
Right.
You're trying to figure out who the killer is, and spoiler, I mean, if you've ever heard of the Zodiac Killer, they still don't, quote unquote, know.
Sure. The case is still open to this day.
Even with the Hulk working on it for years. For a dozen years. I don't know why they didn't just
And
let
Tony
him...
Stark.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Man.
It was truly the beginning of the Avengers Initiative.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't just call in the rest of the team.
Well, spoiler, like, I know you haven't seen the Avengers film yet, but if you stay till after the credits, the Zodiac Killer does show up after the credits.
Fuck.
And that's basically what the second film is. They're gonna take him down.
There is an Avengers villain named Zodiac.
Oh, yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. And they totally could have gotten, instead of Chloe Sevigny, they could have got Scarlett Johansson,
right.
Because her character was basically Scarlett Johansson, just very monotone and quiet and like not really
doing much.
Yeah. I mean, like, Scarlett Johansson seems to excel at roles where she just kind of plays a
background,
monotone kind of background kind of lady. Although she was well. I thought she was good.
Let's stop talking about the Avengers.
You can't get away from it. This is one of those podcasts that you can't listen to.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah. But now they're for a whole new reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo plays like the main detective in Zodiac.
Detective David Toschi, something like that. Who was the basis for Steve McQueen's character in Bullet.
Oh, that's why they made the Bullet joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the basis for Dirty Harry.
Really?
Yep.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Oh, that's why they made the Dirty Harry reference.
Yep.
Man. They're jiggy with the references in this movie.
Yeah. Well, real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing I I kind of love and hate about movies like this is, like, I love things that kind of mix fact and fiction, and this is obviously based on a lot of actual people and actual events.
Right.
But at the same time, like, it's not solved. So, like,
Yeah, that's I think part of my problem with this movie is that,
the ending.
from the beginning, I'm just like, well, they're never going to catch him.
Yeah. And, like, it's kind of like reading From Hell, which I fucking love. Like,
right.
Like, they make a very strong case for who they think this is. By the end of the movie, they've kind of got you on their side. Like, yeah, it's probably him.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it just kind of leaves you hanging because you're like, well, no one will ever know, I guess.
Right.
Do. Save it 3 hours.
But I mean, it's a very well-made movie. The acting is fantastic.
There's so many good actors.
We got a Robert Downey Jr. Probably one of the best things I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Or at least the best I've seen him in something. Yeah.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
One of the best things you've seen him in?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, one of the best things he's done that he's been in.
Okay. Yeah. Like one of his best roles. His best characters.
Yeah.
Because he has that fast-paced, kind of dry Tony Stark kind of style thing.
Right.
But it's tweaked. It's different.
It's tweaked and it's different, and you also see the character completely fall apart throughout the course of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's not like an over-the-top thing that happens either. It's very subtle in how it happens.
Right. And he's very believable.
Yeah. Because, like, the very beginning of the movie, right when they first get wind of the Zodiac case, he's very prim and proper and dapper and very effeminate, even.
He's a reporter.
He's a reporter, yeah. Paul Avery, something like that.
Yeah.
And then as the case keeps going and going, he just becomes more and more disheveled, and he just falls apart, and he gets involved with becoming an alcoholic and a drug addict, and just his life just completely deteriorates, and you can witness it happening to him as it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, people even call him out on it, and multiple people, and still nothing. Just kind of continues spiraling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great. He was great in that movie.
I'm going to say his character, closet homosexual.
Yeah. I'd imagine so. Yeah. Like at the beginning of the movie, everybody's in their like white shirt, brown trousers, and he's got like flamboyant vests and
ascots. Lots of ascots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo is great in this.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a weird actor. It just I don't think I ever heard of him until like maybe 5 years ago. And then, like, everything I've seen him in, he's just been great.
Yeah. Did you see Shutter Island?
No.
Okay. I think it was the first time I knew who he was when I saw that movie. Yeah, he was really good in that.
I can't think of the first movie that I ever saw him in, but, I know, I saw his name occasionally appear in, ads for movies, and I'm like, it's that guy,
Mm-hmm.
But I think probably one of the first things I saw was, if it wasn't Brothers Bloom, it was actually an older movie from the mid-90s called Safe Men.
Okay.
It's like a crime comedy thing. Paul Giamatti's in it.
I feel like I've seen that, but I probably just didn't know who he was.
But he plays a dude, just sort of a sad sack thief who has a mustache that everybody tells him, nice stash. He's awesome in that movie.
I'll have to check that out. Yeah.
It's not a great movie, though.
Better than this one.
No. No, because I can tell you for a fact that that's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Has some good actors in it, but everything else about it is not great.
I'll watch any crime movie.
Yeah.
Any, especially robbery movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, littered with good actors, I would say. This movie. Even some of my favorite, I love, what's his name, Brian Cox? Is that his name? I love that guy.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always excited when I see him in something.
Yeah, he never like has like a main role usually,
Yeah.
or at least not lately.
He's the main bad guy in X-Men 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, he's not like I can't think of a movie where I'm like starring Ryan Cox. You know,
Right.
like, he's the top villain, but he's a really good character actor.
Yeah. I think I may have just figured out my next pick.
Oh, the Brian Cox story.
It's a movie starring Brian Cox. Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know that I would watch his
Documentary about his life.
Yeah. He's a fine actor. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit about where he's from or what he does.
But I mean, you know, there's all these things about this movie, but we should totally have an affinity for it because it's about a real life cartoonist who made a difference.
I know. Yeah.
He did something.
Yeah.
He didn't just sit around drawing pictures of, you know, perverted things like me and you do. He went out and tried to solve a murder mystery.
So you're saying we should start trying to solve murders?
I think we should get those hats, you know, like and like maybe like the detective. What are those things? Magnifying glasses. Yeah, we're just starting. I don't know about tools yet. But yeah, we should get out there and So people, if you're willing to commit a murder, go ahead and do it because we're going to try to solve it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
We support murder on this website.
Well, we do. That has always been a given. I'm going to say this, though. He was an employed cartoonist.
Oh, right.
We're missing that step.
Oh, jeez. Well, in True Romance, Christian Slater's character plays a comic book shop guy, and I think he ends up killing people, though, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll do the killing, and you can solve the murder? I don't know.
I'm still not an employed cartoonist.
You gotta get that job first.
Yeah. Because I think what it is that, you know what they say, if you love doing something and then you like start working at it, then it just becomes a job.
Oh, right.
So I mean, he's an artist, obviously, and he starts doing this job and he works at it for years and years and years, and he's just gonna start finding other hobbies such as solving murders.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it's really too bad for him too because, like, spoiler, he ends up losing his job as the cartoonist, but he doesn't. Like, you don't see him drawing anything else.
Right.
So he's done drawing.
Yeah.
And if he would have just stayed at some crappy job like me or you, he could have like just found the time to do his drawings in his free time.
Yep.
And then never had to be obsessed with his murder and
Nope.
waste so many years of his life and
So what you're saying is
family
that
problems.
we have it pretty good.
I think we're top of the heap.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Magic the Gathering, for keeping me sane.
Yeah, but his character, however, in real life, because the movie is based on his book.
Mm-hmm. What's his name? Robert
Graysmith.
Graysmith.
Yeah. So apparently he found a new career after that of being a writer. I'm not exactly sure what he did between getting fired from his job and not writing the book.
It seems like a lot of writers spend like a year or two like just being obsessively writing their book and researching.
Right. But he spent at least according to the timeline of the movie, like 8-9 years doing that.
Maybe
I think he started writing the book in like 1975. And then I don't think the book got published till like 1986.
But he was still a cartoonist for part of that, I'm sure.
For part of it, sure. Yeah.
But still, that's a chunk there.
And his wife left him, so obviously she's not gonna help out his deadbeat ass.
Oh man,
she's off blowing, Vincent Gallo.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Okay, sidebar. Sidebar. I love Chloe Sevigny. I think she's a really good actress, and why did she do that? Why did she? She did not have to do that. She could have just. I mean, she's great. She's a great actress. Yeah. I mean, she was pretty subtle in this movie, and I was making fun of it earlier, saying Scarlett Johansson could have done it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, she's a really good actress. Why did she blow Vincent Gallo on film? I mean, if it's a Thursday and you're bored, blow Vincent Gallo. That's fine. We've all done it. But why put it on film?
Who knows?
That sucks. That's a bad career choice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's alright. Here's a joke that I came up with a couple weeks ago that never got acknowledged by anyone, and I'll repeat it for the show here. Here's a thing no one's ever said. Hey, let's have a Vincent Gallo movie marathon.
Maybe Vincent Gallo may have said that.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Because he realizes it. There is a movie I really like that he's in called Stranded. It was really good. But he had nothing to do with anything other than he was an actor in it.
Right.
But yeah, I've never seen Buffalo 66. I haven't seen that.
Right.
But I can tell you Brown Bunny is fucking horrible. It makes Gummo look like the most, like, you know, researched narrative that you've ever watched. It's like, wow, they really put a lot of time into the story of Gummo.
Chloe's a Benny.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Zodiac.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, our society is kind of obsessed with killers, so
Right.
it is an interesting thing that I guess there was a movie about the Zodiac in the 70s. Is that right? Is that what they were watching?
It was Dirty Harry.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, yeah. The first Dirty Harry movie was loosely based on the Zodiac killers.
Okay.
It was called Scorpio instead. And of course, Dirty Harry shot him in the end and won the day.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, isn't it odd? Like, I mean, this is like kind of like a pretty, you know, big unsolved American case, especially that it has such like,
Right.
you know, nuance to it. Like, you know, like he wrote in codes and like
Right.
wanted people to wear buttons with his name on it. And,
He was the Riddler.
yeah, he was kind of like a supervillain. I mean, that only killed 3 people that we
Right.
know of, but yeah, it's really interesting that it took until what 5 years ago. When was this made?
2007, I think, is when it
Yeah.
came out.
So it's kind of strange
What?
that it took that long for, like, I mean, I'm sure there's been a bunch of books about him,
Right.
but it.
I think there have been other movies, just, you know, none that have been high profile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, maybe this is the first one that's been entirely based on fact.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
There have probably been others that are just sort of, you know, oh, here's that killer that ran around, let's write a story about it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like this movie was very meticulously researched as far as, like, they had every date. I mean, there's so many dates up here on the screen.
Yeah, I lost total track of when things were
Yeah.
happening, and because it does literally take place over like 14 years.
Yeah.
Actually, even longer than that, 22 years, something like that.
Right.
Because the very last scene of the movie takes place in like 1991.
Right.
It starts in 1969, and featuring an actor or a character who shows up in 1969, and then he shows up again at 1991 to sort of wrap everything up.
Right.
Played by 2 different actors who probably were only like 5 years age difference.
Really?
Yeah.
I know this guy that played the, like,
Older version.
yeah, because like he had his high school yearbook from '68.
Right, right.
What? He looks like he's like 25.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, because that dude's on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great show.
And the cop that was interviewing him was James LaGrosse from that one shitty movie we watched.
Drugstore Cowboy?
No, I don't know. He may be in that.
I think he's in that.
But no, the one that we watched.
I say I love Drugstore Cowboy.
Christopher Walken's in it.
Happy PA or something?
yeah, Happy Texas or Happy
I think it was Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I recognized him. Yeah, he always looks like he's got, like, a donut in his mouth. Like, you know, like under his bottom lip. I was like, what's he got under there? Oh, it's that guy. So many good bit actors, though.
Yeah.
A lot of good little appearances.
Elias Koteas, Donald Logue.
Who's Elias?
He was the sergeant in Vallejo, Texas, the bald guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Casey Jones.
Yeah. Wow, really?
Yeah. Of course, Jake Gyllenhaal plays Robert Graysmith,
Mm-hmm.
who was
The cartoonist.
sort of the main character.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's more the main character than anyone else.
Yeah, right.
So I think like the latter half of the movie really focuses on his character, but
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to kind of. It's all kind of from his viewpoint.
yeah,
I mean, and that's. I mean, honestly, I think that's what the movie's about. It's about his obsession and his like,
right.
all the
but
changes in his life.
the first half of the movie is barely about him at all. I mean, he's there, and you're seeing him like get involved, but like it's mostly about at that point Robert Downey Jr.'s character and Mark Ruffalo's character,
Right.
and it's only when basically Downey's character, gets fired, and Ruffalo's character just becomes so, disenchanted with the whole thing
Right.
that like the movie actually starts focusing
Right.
on Gyllenhaal's character.
But I mean, even from the beginning, though, like, you see Graysmith kind of wandering to like turn his editorial cartoon, and
Right.
they're just getting the
Right,
information.
I said that he was, there. It just it wasn't focused on him.
But for me that is like him. Like, it is just like his perspective of the whole thing, and like at first he is just like removed from it, but that is how he sees things, and then he wants to be a part of it and like do something that no one else seems to be like really putting much work into or something. I don't know. So he seems to like really invest himself in it.
Right, and that's the last half of the movie.
Right. The last 4 hours of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And the first 4 hours are all about other characters, and he's just sort of in the background.
Yeah, but he's always there though.
He's always there,
Yeah.
but in the background.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Right.
And that's
and he's just being
like,
pulled in.
like he's
Right.
just almost a supplementary character in the first half of the movie,
See,
until he becomes the main character in the last half.
I mean, I guess I could see that, but I would say he's the main character even like in the first half.
Well, like I said, he's the closest thing this movie has to a main character,
Right.
other than the killer.
Yeah. Who's
played by like 5 different people.
yeah. Including I don't know, the dude that
The dude that voiced Roger Rabbit.
they should have seen that coming, because that guy's fucking crazy. He's a cartoon rabbit. Of course he's killing people. No, the guy that played like the main suspect towards the end of the movie. I forget the actor's name, but I really like that guy too. I think
I've seen him in a bunch of things.
I think he was in,
tell you
he was in Fargo. I think wasn't he? Wasn't he like?
Oh, he was the husband.
Yeah, he was the husband in Fargo. Yeah, sweet man. No, who would have thought that he was busy? He'd leave Fargo and travel out west and kill some people and
molest some children.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then go back home and be a good husband.
Yeah.
Paint some stamps. But I thought it was very engaging. I thought the movie like really did like keep me interested, and like I thought the pace built to like a fever, and like it really did like get more interesting as it went.
I just thought maybe there were some extraneous scenes. I don't know. Mostly, I think it has to do with just things where, like, words are like just scrolling across the screen, scene after scene after scene.
Right.
I really didn't need to watch 10 minutes of Jake Gyllenhaal flipping through files.
Right.
Things like that could have been cut down.
But that's kind of like the breakdown, because you're just like hearing the music. It's like a montage.
I'm not a fan of the montage.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Fucking stop it, David Fincher.
Oh.
And, I never thought I would, actually, that's not true. If you never thought that you would ever get tired of people talking about handwriting, watch this movie.
But that was like that one phone call you're talking about where Flyboy from American Eagle, no, Top Gun, Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, yeah.
When he's talking on the phone for like half an hour about like, I thought that really like that worked though, because it kind of showed you like how complicated and frustrated that whole thing is, because there's so many like little annoying little hoops they have to jump through and tape they have to cut, and like I thought
that part was interesting.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Yeah, there was a part where just people are walking and there are words just scrolling across the screen.
Right.
I need that. There are people reading articles. Yeah. There's a lot to this movie that could have been cut.
Yeah.
That is not one of those scenes that you were talking about.
Okay.
That was a good scene.
I gotcha. Do you think there is a longer version of this? Is there like a director's cut of this film?
Imagining my opinion of David Fincher realized, I would imagine that there is a 6-hour version of this movie. I imagine that he and Christopher Nolan are in this special class of director that are just so full of themselves and just want to overbloat all their movies.
Right.
And that there's 17-hour cuts available
Wait a
somewhere.
minute. Isn't Apocalypse Now your favorite movie?
Yeah, and the extended version sucks.
Yeah. But even, how long's the regular one? Like 4
like 2 hours.
Okay. I was thinking it was 4 and then the Redux was 8 or something. Yeah, he does.
Hey, I am not against long movies.
Huh.
But, if you're going to make a long movie, make every second of it count.
Right. That's true. But yeah,
I love Braveheart. That's a 3-hour movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I hear Avengers is almost 3 hours.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might be like, maybe 240, 230, 230, 240.
That's lengthy.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of the movie this was.
Yeah.
And again, there were multiple breaks that had to be taken.
Right. Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah. I thought it was a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
I just had issues with it, and it just sort of reinforced my thoughts on David Fincher.
Right.
That
you're done.
Yeah.
See, I like his. I actually like his newer ones even better than this. Like I like Benjamin Button better.
Benjamin Button was terrible.
You didn't like that one?
Despite whatever our review says, I've seen it since, and it was awful.
I like that movie. Good movie. What's he working on now, dude?
I don't care.
Another girl of a something.
I think
something.
Yeah, even though the first one really didn't do very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think they're
amping up the rape in the second one.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta get those people in the door.
He's continuously been attached to a new heavy metal movie. He's continuously attached to the Goon animated movie,
Right.
Which I will see because he's not actually directing.
He's just putting up the cash.
Yeah. And also, Eric Powell trumps David Fincher any day.
Yeah. They're both awesome. I can't pick a favorite.
One of them's awesome. One of them used to be awesome.
So, did you ever, were you ever interested in serial killers? Were you one of those kids?
I'm always interested in serial killers.
Yeah. Because, when I was in high school, I read a biography of Jeffrey Dahmer and the Milwaukee murder case.
Yeah.
I was really just fascinated with that, and I feel like from a young age until I was in, probably later years of high school, I was really interested in stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then, it's gone. After high school, I just...
I'm still fascinated, but I've also never read any books or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Occasionally I'll get curious and read a Wikipedia page about something.
Right.
Or, watch a movie that hopefully isn't 17 hours long.
Yeah. I've seen, movies about Manson and Ripper and... I think I even did... Well, oh my gosh, there's this terrible movie. I forget what it's called, but it was... I remember seeing it at the video store when I was in high school. It was about Jeffrey Dahmer case, the Jeffrey Dahmer case. And it is so bad. There's a scene in it where there's a deaf man that he killed. And he's in the movie, he's just sitting on the couch, and Jeffrey Dahmer's not in the room. Right. And the guy, Jeffrey Dahmer went to the kitchen or something. And the deaf guy's sitting on the couch, and Jeffrey Dahmer comes back in the room, and it's like some scene out of The Simpsons when they're watching something making fun of a serial killer adaptation or something. But he walks back in the room, and he's got this giant drill where it's this drill where he has to crank the handle, and it's 4 feet long, and he's behind the guy, and he's just smiling maniacally. And then, like, it's such terrible special effects because it was a low budget.
Right.
You just see him, like, walk up behind him, and you don't see the drill, like, go anywhere near the guy's head.
Right.
But all of a sudden, the deaf guy just, like, his head arches back, and his mouth opens up, and his eyes widen. And I don't think he even makes any sound. I don't know if they thought deaf people can't make sounds or something, but...
Well, some can.
Yeah, but... Well, they make some sort of sound. Yeah, there you go. Man, that was terrible. That was awful. We're gonna get all kinds of letters.
No deaf people are gonna listen to this.
Nobody should listen to this show, whether they're deaf or not. But you're right. You're clearly right. I don't know. Can't argue. But yeah, it was so cheesy and terrible. It was just like, I think he was like munching on some food, and he like just drops it and arches his head back and makes that horrible screaming sound. It's a terrible movie. But yeah, I don't know. I was really interested in serial killers. I wonder if that's a young male thing, like a Midwestern male.
I don't know. I don't think it's relegated to anyone, because my ex-girlfriend took a class 6 years ago on serial killers.
Really?
Yeah, a sociology class or something like that. So
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, yeah, I'm 33 years old. I'm still fascinated by the subject. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think there's a portion of our society that, I mean, other than just like, random idiots, but like, do you think the interest in that sort of glorifies it somehow?
Oh yeah, of course.
Is that weird? Why do we like that?
I don't know. Just I don't know.
I'm just fascinated with
that involves years of therapy I need to go through in order to answer that question.
Well, it's like in the movie, like when Mark Ruffalo and like Anthony Edwards, they're like driving around trying to figure out why he would do this, and it's like their whole job is basically to. It's so weird to think about it. Like we're all like the same species, and like there's one guy that's just an aberration. He's like just not behaving like he's supposed to, and
right.
And then like all the other creatures of the same species have to like band together and like work together to stop him. And it's like, isn't that weird? I mean, do any other animals? No other animals do that, do they?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
I mean, other than for food, they'll maybe cannibalize.
I don't know. I'm sure there are some animals out there that are just jerks.
They just kill people.
Yeah.
They write letters into the ferret.
Well,
quarterly.
yeah. None of the animal kingdom are sending clues to like the other animals.
Yeah. See, it's so weird that it's like a game, and I don't know. It's bizarre to me that people, that it's possible to behave that way. Like that, our minds are, like that's an option.
I think what's most fascinating about the Zodiac, anyway, is that he did send clues and like all these messages and ciphers and all that, where like other serial killers, they just kind of want to kill in peace and quiet.
Right. Yeah, it's like he wanted the attention.
Right. Yeah. And I know like very little of what I know. Like some of them kind of want to bask in like their their handiwork or whatever, and they'll like revisit scenes of the crimes, and try to recreate crimes over and over again, but
or send like letters mocking the police or something. Like I know Jack the Ripper did that.
Jack the Ripper did, yeah. But I don't think too many others have ever done that.
I did that. I just edit that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and like that's kind of interesting too, because Robert Graysmith, like, that's kind of, I mean, like, he wanted to solve it. He seemed like he was more altruistic, but he did sort of want the fame too. I mean, he published a book about it, and he wanted to be acknowledged by Paul Avery and the police, for, so it's like both of them sort of wanted some sort of, recognition from their peers.
I think everybody wants that,
Yeah.
I think Graysmith, at least the way it comes across in the movie, I think it was mostly altruistic, I think. But, I think there's always that part in everybody that, just wants to be famous.
Right. He did, it is sad that, like, it seemed like he had a really good family life, and he sort of just let it, slip away because of his obsession.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, they say he gets along great with his children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not his wife.
Yeah. Okay, here's a thing. Towards the beginning of the movie, we see Graysmith, and he's got his son that, like, he's taking to school all the time. Because, the Zodiac has threatened to, like, shoot a bus full of kids and all that.
Right.
Then, like, a couple scenes later, he's talking to Paul Avery, who asks him how many kids he has, and he says 2.
Yeah.
We'd only ever seen the 1 up till that point.
Yeah. Well, maybe he accidentally said 2, like he couldn't remember, and then he felt embarrassed and he went out and bought another one. Yeah, I thought that was weird too, because he never. I mean, that was strange.
Yeah.
Like, was she? Maybe the other kid was staying with his ex because he mentions he's divorced.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just weird. And then when he gets married to Chloe Sevigny's character, they have a kid, but then, like, the mysterious other kid also shows up too.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. Just bizarre. Just
Yeah.
one of those weird things that hung me up on the movie.
Yeah.
That and Brian Cox's character trying to figure out who the hell he was.
You're like, oh, he's a Star Trek actor. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
And then we're like, why doesn't the Hulk just rage out and go
Right,
find the killer? Something's gonna piss him off. Oh man, Robert Graysmith's banging on his door at 4 a.m. He's gonna Hulk out. He never did.
He was clearly just following the sort of clear liquid thing that was coming out of his chest.
Oh yeah. It's not his fault. It's
Frank the Bunny told him to.
Yeah. You don't think Frank the Bunny was the killer? I think we solved this case. Another case closed. For the
Cartoonist
cartoonist detectives. But yeah, I'd say if you haven't seen this movie and you're a fan of strong killing,
yeah, I mean, it's watchable. It's just, prepare yourself for lots of shifting in your seat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do think it drags a little bit, and like I said, it's definitely not a bad movie. I can't really slag on it too much, but it is kind of confirmed for me that I'm no longer a fan of David Fincher.
Well, it's sort of like, I don't know if it's what point in the movie, like hour and a half to 2 hours, somewhere in that point in the movie, it kind of feels like it's winding down,
Right.
And then like it is sort of like, it's almost like an encore, like at a concert.
Right.
Like there's a little bit more, and it just kind of goes in another direction. I think that, I don't know if that's like just the whole point of the way they paced it, or if that's just like there was that much story to tell, but it does kind of feel like you're getting a little extra movie or something. I don't know. Like that's kind of the way I looked at it. I was like, oh, there's more. Oh, it's still going. Oh, yeah.
I just wanted it to be over. But yeah, it's a good movie. I would recommend watching it at least once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what would be your favorite Fincher film?
Probably Fight Club.
Yeah. That's a close second for me. I think 7 is my favorite, though.
I think second for me is actually The Game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is my least favorite David Fincher thing ever, including the Paula Abdul video.
Wow. And then I go 7.
Yeah. 7's great.
Yeah.
Man, every time, like, I think I may have mentioned this before, but every time we're counting comics at Mavericks, every time in the last 20 years that Detective Comics comes out, I pull it out of the box and I go, Detective! So, 12 times a year for 20 years, I've made that joke.
It's alright. Every time I see an open box, I go, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah. How many fun little quotes are there from that movie? It's like Animal House for our generation.
There's one time your girlfriend posted a picture on Twitter, like she got a box in the mail, and she took a picture of it, and she was like, guess what's in the box? I just had to respond.
Gwyneth Paltrow said? Yeah. Was it?
It may have been Gwyneth Paltrow's head. I haven't seen her around in a while.
Do you want Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw her live on some sort of fashion awards, like red carpet thing, when we were in Canada. Actually, I mean on TV, like not. I didn't see it. She was there.
All right.
So too bad.
Well, that's too bad. Yeah.
Actually, and plus, isn't she in Iron Man? She's been in those movies.
Way to ruin my joke. God damn it. Can't I just wish Gwyneth Paltrow to be dead in peace?
Okay, she's dead.
All right, there we go. Take a break?
Sure.
What if the sky falls and shuts me into the ground? Would you pray for me, or would you pull me out? Yeah, I know you're no angel, but I'm stuck right now. Don't walk away, pretending you don't know how. Like a fat kid suicide, believing they're wrong, and you were giving up early. Going alone. Yeah, I know you're no angel, but I'm stuck for friends. Once I'm out, I won't be back there again. And if you're lonely and you're crying all the time, heaven help me, 'cause your heart's as dead as mine. We all go slowly. Time is catching up. If you would only give me 2 more minutes of your twisted love. Every day it gets much better. Everyone's on your side. Skies colliding in your name. Striking up the lights, you step outside, 'cause you know what's going on. But if you're lonely and you're crying all the time, then heaven help me, 'cause your heart's as dead as mine. We all go slowly, and time's catching up with you. Only give me 2 more minutes of your twisted life. You twisted love, you twisted love, you twisted love.
Hi, welcome back to Gutter Trash, our literal darlings.
Yeah. You want to try that one again?
No, that was
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a fine movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to 100% write David Fincher off, because clearly he is very good at what he does.
Right.
I'm just not enjoying what he's doing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Totally understand that.
So, yeah, I mean, the first time he puts out another movie that I have an interest in seeing, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope he does.
Yeah, so start making some good movies again. No one gives a shit about Facebook. No one gives a shit about...
That was a great movie. Oh my gosh.
Do not care.
Oh, it's so good, though.
Dragon Tattoo, the whole thing about that, just, why remake foreign movies? People can fucking read.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I do agree with that. Like that, I mean, it was awesome. I loved it.
Right. Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, it probably didn't really need to be done.
Yeah.
But it looked amazing. And
I'm sure it
was.
did.
It was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of would rather have seen him do something completely new.
Yeah. It's like, Tim Burton. When was the last time he made a movie that wasn't an adaptation of something?
Frankenweenie. He's working on that.
That's an adaptation of his own movie.
Oh.
Which is an adaptation of, I think, a book.
Underdog, maybe?
Yeah.
He just darkened it up a little. Lost the cape. Yeah. I've heard Dark Shadows is really good from people.
Really? I do have a weird curiosity about seeing that one.
It's
I don't know why.
It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
Really funny.
I like funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just
I'll rent it.
yeah, and yeah. Come on, Tim Burton, you're better than remake after remake. Do something original. Maybe not work with Johnny Depp for once.
But they like each other. They're
Oh,
pals.
that's fine.
Yeah. Big Fish? No Depp?
Yeah, that was the last movie he made without Johnny Depp.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
Big Fish came after.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did not really.
Yeah. And then I think there's been Corpse Bride, Alice in Wonderland, Sweeney Todd,
Sweeney Todd, right?
Dark Shadows. What else? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 movies.
Alice in Wonderland.
I already said that one.
Oh, yeah.
There's 5 movies that he has made since Big Fish that all have Johnny Depp in them.
He loves the Depp.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
But stop it. Maybe working with a different collaborator will liven some things up. Maybe working on an original idea may not make you such a piece of shit director anymore.
Oh, wow. Gosh. Maybe he'll.
There's even rumors now that there's going to be a Beetlejuice 2, and guess who's in it?
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
As Beetlejuice?
No.
No.
But still.
Ooh, is Michael Keaton going to be Beetlejuice?
I don't know. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Like I said, Dark Shadows looks amusing enough, but I'm not going to rush out to see it anytime soon.
Oh yeah, me neither. Definitely not in the theater.
Yeah, but come on, you're better than just adapting things.
Maybe it's easier.
Yeah, it probably is, but fucking Edward Scissorhands, was great.
Oh yeah.
We
We wouldn't have Edward Penis Hands if he hadn't made that movie.
Beetlejuice. Come on, let's see some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy, get back in there.
Fuck yeah. So welcome back.
Thank you.
It's
good to be back.
It feels like it's been a while, even though I know it technically hasn't.
It's over a week since we've done this show.
Yeah. You defected again.
I did.
You turned traitor to your country.
Yep. I smuggled some more H in my anus over the border. Hollandaise sauce.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You're not allowed to. You're only allowed to use a gravy in Canada, so I get my ass hollandaise sauce up there once a year.
Well, now, I mean, this is just me. Wouldn't you just be able to go to like a grocery store and make all buy all the ingredients?
Well, that's illegal. That's illegal. I mean, I get it fresh and warm right on their plate. Like slide over, poutine. No, I went for like the only motivator for anything in my life. I went for comics.
Hey, it's a fine motivator. Yeah.
Could be worse, right?
Exactly.
I could be obsessed with I don't know, female go-kart racing and just spend my life watching that.
That would be a waste.
That would be a waste.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to tell you that you should rethink your life.
You should at least go for female volleyball.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So it's bouncier.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially beach volleyball.
Oh. Can we just YouTube this on that and knock off early?
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. We'll pick a comic later, you'll know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Kathleen went to Toronto again for TCAF, the Toronto Comic Art Festival.
Leaving me again behind here in shitty old Dayton, Ohio.
Someone's got to man the gutter trash call line.
Well, guess what? The phone hasn't fucking rung.
Oh, man. Oh, that's too bad. But yeah, it's a great show. I had a good time. I met some awesome artists who I love. I met Jason
You're Jason.
No, the guy with the hockey mask. He's from
voice.
Yeah. No, Norwegian, Jason from Fantagraphics. Met Michelle Rebagliati, the guy that does all the Paul graphic novels.
That was a girl's name that you just said, though.
Well, in other countries, they all have girls' names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody, men and women.
So Jason's a girl name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's not his real name. He just... I forget his real name, but it's not Jason. Yeah. But met those two. Noah Van Sciver was there. Met him. That was cool.
You've met him before, though.
No, I'd never met him.
Really?
I talked to him online.
On the internets?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he even mentioned something about the show.
Oh.
Because I handed him one of my comics, and I was like, hey, because he was signing something for me. I was like, I wanted to give you this too, and I was like, I don't know if you ever read one of my comics. He's like, oh yeah, I've read one of them. I guess maybe I gave him one when I paid for. He did a Fantastic Four page.
Right.
And he was like, yeah. He's like, I haven't listened to your show, and he's like, it's a good show. He's like, I mentioned something about how I'd want to be a guest on there sometime, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And he's like, yeah, but you said you're not interested in that. And I was like, no,
that's not true.
Yeah.
We just have no way to do it.
Yeah, I said, we just don't have the technology. I said, if you ever, unfortunately, find yourself in Dayton, Ohio,
oh yeah,
we would love to have you.
When I got a laptop now, we can come to you.
Yeah.
We can come to whatever Holiday Inn you're staying at.
I was say, I think his home base is in Colorado. That might be a little bit of a drive.
That's a trek.
Yeah. Maybe next time, if he does space.
That would be awesome.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
that'd be cool, right?
Yeah. We certainly would love to have any and all comic book creators as a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We just have no interview style.
Yeah.
Have never done it really before. We did it one year and it was awful.
Yeah. We don't have the technology.
We don't have the technology to do any kind of Skyping or anything like that.
That's not there.
But if we ever see you in person, we would be glad to have you on the show. Anybody.
Right.
Anybody of note.
We don't want you and your bumpkin brother-in-law who put out comics about intergalactic time-traveling ducks.
Yeah, stay away, James Abels.
Don't you have Godzilla scales to color? Anyway, wouldn't you be better off doing that? No, yeah, that would be awesome. Any of those people. Any and all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met him. That was awesome. And Tom Gauld, which is another British cartoonist that I love.
Right.
And that was like the big ones that I really, really enjoyed. But yeah, it was a good show. It's anybody in the Toronto area, you should check it out. It's free.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I would like to go one year.
Yeah. We all should.
Yeah, we should.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to get a passport.
My passport expires in 2018, and after that, I might have to stop going because I don't want to rebuy that. Yeah.
That's all you did?
I went to the show. I went to the Avengers. I'll tell you all about it right now.
I wish you wouldn't. Say you enjoyed it, yay or nay?
Yay.
Okay.
And the crowd was good too. Okay. Popcorn was yummy. But we also did a couple. We went to a couple museums. There's a shoe museum. I don't know if it's pronounced Bata or Beta.
Shoe.
Yeah, shoe museum.
Like the comic strip shoe.
Yeah. It had all the originals. Oh man, that was. I can't think of the guy's name that did that. But, I love that comic though, really. No, but
that and Geach, the top two.
Oh, Geach was awesome! Holy shit! I haven't thought about Geach in years. His mechanics. That man, did that predate King of the Hill by forever or what?
Yeah.
Man, what a great shit! Wow, cool. But we went to the shoe museum.
Hank Hill, of course, who is the Zodiac killer, according to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Check out that image. It's pretty dead on. He just maybe changed his glasses slightly. It's like the Superman thing, and no one's gonna know. Yeah. But yeah, I had Beta Shoe Museum. I had just all these shitloads of old shoes, and they had a lot of early man shoes, from different countries and things, and then they had some like 20s stylish shoes, but they had like celebrity shoes, and like they had like Pierce Bronson's James Bond shoes, and like I think they had like Winston Churchill's boots and Justin Bieber's sneakers. I mean, it was weird. So that was cool. But then we went to an art museum, the blah 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 blah, blah Art Museum of Toronto. I forget what it's called.
Right.
I think there's a G in there somewhere. It's like the AG or something. But yeah, Gallery of Toronto. But they had a Picasso exhibit, and there was 147 Picassos.
Yeah.
I mean, like not all paintings, but they had a chunk of paintings, and they had like sculptures, sketches, and like prints, like etchings kind of things.
Right.
It was really cool. I mean, like I've never, like he's not in my top 100 favorite artists of all time. Like
Right.
like I totally respect like his work or whatever, but I just was never a fan.
Right. Like Starry Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that him? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. It was neat.
Did Doctor Who show up? That joke is for two people.
Okay, as I say,
Who
I'm not
won't listen.
one of them, right?
Yeah.
So that was cool, and maybe the coolest thing we did other than the show was we went to see a live improv night at Second City.
Yeah.
Same stage that like Count Floyd and John Candy and Gilda Radner were on.
Count Floyd has a real name.
No, he doesn't. He is forever Count Floyd to me. What was that guy's name? I don't even know.
Joe Flaherty.
Joe Flaherty, yeah. I knew his name, but like Count Floyd supersedes it in my memory banks. But yeah, so that was cool. That was really neat.
Was it actually funny?
It was really
Okay.
funny,
Yeah.
yeah. It was really funny. And like on top of that, like for years I've been trying to figure out what's in this drink that my mom said she always drank when she used to like go to bars when she was like in her 20s, and it was Singapore Sling, and they had it on the menu and like it told what all was in it, so I wrote it down.
Right.
So now I can make a Singapore Sling.
Nice. Is it blue?
I don't know. I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see it. There's no umbrella on it. I know it has like grenadine and gin and some other stuff.
Right.
Cherry brandy. But so yeah, that was pretty much it. We spent like 5 days in Toronto, and it was hard to come back because that's I think it's the sixth time I've been in Toronto, and I've kind of fallen in love with that city. It's the best city I've ever been to.
But only because you've done fun things.
I love everything about that city. Like, everything. Like, I love how bike-friendly it is. Like, I wish I could just ride my bike everywhere and not have to ride 30 miles on the side of a highway where I feel like everybody's going to kill me in order to get there. And, like, I mean, you can go anywhere. Everything, every ethnicity of food's there. Every, like, kind of bookstore, comic shop. I mean, it's just, like, people are pretty nice for it being, like, a big city. I mean, it's just, there's nothing I don't like about it.
I'm sure there are too.
Yeah. There's like a murder once every 10 years there or something.
I'm not talking about murder.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people.
Yeah.
And assholes. They are everywhere.
It's hard to walk a city block without someone asking you for change there.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave away some change, but after a couple of days of it, I was like, oh, this is annoying.
Yeah. So see.
That's something. Bomb it. That's it. Bomb it.
Yep.
No, but I think the first time I went there, I accidentally gave somebody like $18 in change because like all the $2 and $1 coins that you get in change. I didn't realize. I was like, I'll just give him whatever change in my pocket. And
Right.
this was years ago, and then I walked away and I was like, oh shit! I think I gave him a lot of money. But whatever.
And that guy now owns Toronto.
Yeah, he is now president of Toronto. His name is Gertrude. So, they're all female names.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was my time away.
Saw that you stayed at a mansion.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about that.
Oh yeah. Well, last year we stayed at the same place. I found it online, and it was like 2.5 blocks from where TCAF is.
Uh.
So it's like right in the middle of everything. And And it was like $100 a night, and it's a mansion. I was
Right.
like, that sounds intriguing. And we got there, and they might have thrown around the word mansion a little loosely. It's basically like a house.
Is it a McMansion?
It's a McMansion. What's a McMansion?
McMansion is sort of they're like manufactured mansions, like produced quickly and cheaply. They're usually in like these communities. Like
I don't know. It's an old building. It's old.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks old. I never heard of a McMansion.
yeah. There's quite a few of them in sort of the newer areas of Oakwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Like prefab mansions, basically.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's old, but it's like it's really tiny. I mean, like, it's like
Is it basically just a bed and breakfast?
there's no breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like there's nobody there after. I think it's after 7 p.m. and then until 11 a.m. the next day.
Huh.
Like there's no workers there. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's like the room we stayed in. It's smaller than any motel room I've ever been in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tiny, but
Was it worth it for $100?
oh yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's cool. Like I like the place. It's comfy and like
Because you're the guy that wants to stay at like the Motel 6 when we go to space.
yeah. Yeah. I know. Like part of me is like I know for like the same price we could have stayed in like a Comfort Inn or something that was a little roomier, but I like there's something about it. It has like this kind of charm to it, because it's just weird and like fun and it is like right there too. I mean, we didn't really have to walk very far, so we stayed there again this year, and yeah, I mean, I'd probably stay there again. I liked it, and there was even a balcony because we had 2 different rooms. After like a few days, after like 3 days there, we weren't sure if we wanted to stay in the same place, but we just decided to. But our room had been booked, so we just moved across the hall to another one, and they had a balcony, so that was cool.
Yeah.
So we could sit out there and eat and read and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, it's called Victoria's Mansion.
Right.
Look it up it's on Gloucester.
Yeah, I'm never going to Toronto anyway, so this is all information I don't need.
But
I'm actually angry at Toronto now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
Because it's going to steal you away.
well, probably not for years and years. I honestly would love to live there eventually, though. Like, I'd love to retire there or something. I mean, it's nice.
All your problems will follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're your problems.
You mean like Magic the Gathering?
Yep. It's the only thing you're qualified to work at.
Yeah. Damn it! I
You
know.
would have to find the only magic store in Toronto.
I'm gonna try to encourage the Big Island to just switch over to Magic the Gathering, and then I'll start working there.
Hey, maybe Canadian Magic players aren't total dicks.
Ooh, wow, that'd be weird. Well, I know they're. Yeah, I mean, people seem polite there. I don't know. It's weird.
It's all facade.
Oh, I did have a
It's all
guy.
dirty, dirty facade.
I did have a guy yell at me
Oh,
in Canada for the
nice.
first time.
Yeah.
Out of 6 visits, first time everyone yelled at. Or no, that's not true. This is the second time. But I went to a restaurant to get a soda. Well, I mean, I just left the convention and right around the corner was a restaurant, and I went in there and I just grabbed a tea and I was like, I use the restroom, and I went back there and I went to go in the restroom and I kind of started to push on the door, so I just barely bumped it.
Right.
And it didn't open, and I looked down and I didn't realize it looked like, I don't know, it had the little metal bar, or metal flat rectangle that you use to push open a door.
Right.
But then I looked down and I saw there's a knob, so I was like, oh, I guess you have to turn the knob. I didn't notice that
Right.
there's a knob there, so I'd already kind of tapped on the door and it didn't open, and then I reached and I got the knob and turned it a little bit. So basically, it was 2 different times I tried to open the door
Right.
within a matter of a second. And as soon as I tried to turn the knob, I heard a guy go, "Are you coming in, or can I finish what I'm doing in here?"
What?
And I just stood there for a second. I started to be like, "Yeah, go ahead and finish up," but I was just shocked. I was like, a Canadian person just yelled at me. That doesn't happen.
No, that happens. Because all people everywhere are assholes.
I'm thinking he's a tourist.
Whatever.
So
It's still bizarre.
yeah. So I just waited. I just sat down and waited for him to leave, and then.
Was it like a one stall kind of thing, or?
Well, I never did see because I went around the corner and sat down on a table and I waited for the guy to come out, and it took forever. And by the time he come out, like another guy was like back there waiting, and then I went back there and then that guy was just like taking forever. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just go somewhere else. So I never did see, but yeah, I guess so because it like locked. It was like a gas station bathroom basically.
Okay.
But yeah. So
Well, I'm glad you're back.
yeah, I kind of am too.
Trying to sound so convincing.
Okay, I'll be honest. No, I couldn't. I mean, it's nice to go there, but I mean, obviously, after a week, you gotta go back to work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, some cool. How about you? What did you do?
Nothing. Watched a couple movies. Mostly sat around here being friendless and lonely.
Yeah,
Yeah, because all my friends left.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Your other podcast co-host
Yeah, also
went
went.
went separately.
Yeah.
And they were there for the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping that I was going to have an awesome story to tell, but it didn't pan out.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, we could have just paint ourselves like strip down and paint ourselves like one fluorescent color and just walk around in a bad neighborhood at like 1 a.m. Like a couple nights before we record the show, so something interesting happens.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, last weekend, the weekend you were gone was Free Comic Day, and I did a thing where I was doing sketches at a comic shop that was not my home-based comic shop.
Yeah, well.
It's actually more of a gaming store. But I didn't really have any run-ins with gaming assholes. I was worried that there was going to be a ton of Avengers talk, and there was none. I really didn't do a ton of sketching or anything, but I did some.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sort of a pleasant afternoon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what you would hope for at a free comic book day.
Yeah, I was kind of counting on, because just through situation that is too lengthy to explain how it happened, but I wound up taking a bus there. Which was the first time that I've ever taken a public bus anywhere. And I was really hoping that there was just going to be some crazy bullshit to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I could imagine that public transportation offers the sort of just weird freaks that I would hope would make for an interesting story, and I got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Do you think you're gonna take some more bus rides? Like, just for
Never.
fun?
Yeah. I have a car for a reason.
Yeah. It's probably cheaper though, right? Gas wise. I mean,
It was like $2 to go there. Yeah,
Mhm.
like 20 miles away from here. Something
yeah. I
like
mean,
that.
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have any reason to ride a bus.
Right.
I mean, honestly, if there was a bus that went from my house to where I work, I would totally ride it every day.
Yeah.
But there isn't. So, yeah.
It is a little time consuming.
Yeah.
Like, because of all the weights
Stops.
and whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I was hoping something like crazy would happen. I would hoping, like some sort of escaped mental patient would like try to accost me at a bus stop.
Right.
Nothing.
Or like a serial killer would get on there and like, make the bus driver drive no slower than 55.
Right. Yeah. No, nothing.
Oh,
So just uneventful.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's fine.
I'm glad you had a good time for Free Comic Day. I was a little worried.
Yeah, I was too. I was mostly just worried about Avengers talk.
Right.
Because I'm sick and tired of it. And, I thought, it was the day after it opened, and I figured that Free Comic Day, and also just gaming assholes usually can't keep their mouth shut. So I was just really fearing like it was just going to get more and more ruined for me, and I thought about making a sign to put on my table have you seen the Avengers? I haven't. Shut up.
Yeah.
I didn't. And no one talked about it. So
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I honestly think more people would have if you had to sign up.
probably.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, there's this part where blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because people are just like
Dicks.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, this place, they ran out of free comics at like 2 p.m., so it was just kind of slow and nothing really happened.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Meh.
It's cool that you got to do that, though.
Yeah, I would totally do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to make some kids' days, I'm sure.
I did, yeah. I did a couple sketches for some kids, so that's always
awesome.
awesome.
That is really cool.
It was definitely an ego stroke because I didn't do a ton of sketches or anything, but I didn't sell anything either. But a lot of people flipped through my portfolio of art and were very complimentary, and that's always a nice thing to be complimented.
You're like the Zodiac killer in that respect.
Yeah,
you like a little recognition for your work.
I did kill everyone that came up and complimented.
Oh,
me.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Huh. Did you keep did you at least keep a little bloodstained scrap of their clothing so you could email it to the police?
Yep.
Scan it in. Yeah, no fingerprints that way.
Exactly. Because I've never been invited to Mavericks, which is my home comic shop.
For a free comic day?
For free comic
I know we did.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Nope.
I could guarantee we did.
Never have. But, which is fine, because that store is so small, I could not imagine being in there.
I
doing
could
that.
swear, a year or two ago, we asked you if you wanted to do that.
Nope.
Huh. Well, it's on my list of things to do.
Well, maybe next year. I'll still reject it because I couldn't imagine how that works.
Oh, they said it was so crowded there because, our store kind of bottlenecks with all the showcases.
Right.
And like, we had Justin Watson up towards the beginning of the store, and it was just like, I guess they said it was like people crowded around everywhere, and
Right.
it was kind of
it's super busy anyway because it is free comic day and just throngs of people getting their free comics.
Right.
Plus, I know at least this year was the release of the new Magic set, so I'm sure that was a factor too.
Oh, yeah.
And your costume competition.
Yeah.
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 You weren't there for any of it.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, we were driving down down the highway towards Canada up the highway. Well, we were going west, so east. We're going east, yeah. But I looked at the clock and it was having to be 10 a.m. and I was like, oh, it's Friday morning. The new Magic set came out today, and like we opened 1 minute ago. I was like, we should totally call them and ask them if they have some random cards that. Because I couldn't name one card from the new set. I still don't know, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I said we should just prank call them and like ask for cards that don't exist all the way from here to Canada. But we didn't.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be the guy on the phone dealing with that, would you?
No, never.
So you don't want to do that.
No. Well, it's part of my vacation now.
Oh, still.
No, I wouldn't do that.
All right. It is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
We both have mothers.
Yes, we do.
We both are going to go do something with our mothers.
Oh.
So let's get out of here and go do that.
All right.
All right.
I guess I got to pick a comic.
You got to tell me a comic to read.
Okay. Well, I've got one.
Okay.
All right. I'm actually surprised we haven't read a comic by this writer yet.
All right. Alan Moore?
Whoa, have we not?
No, I don't think we have. Which is fun.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you should mention that because he actually wrote the introduction to the book that I picked.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Ooh.
Oh. It's the new Watchmen.
Oh, I still want to guess here. Alan Moore wrote the introduction to a book that you're picking.
Mm-hmm.
We have never read anything by this writer. Drawn by anyone we've ever... Nope. Is it a Garth Ennis comic?
No.
Okay.
It is not.
Have we ever read a Garth Ennis comic?
Wow, I don't think we have.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Is it Astro City?
No.
Okay.
Similar in theme.
Ooh.
It is Harvey Picar's Cleveland. As illustrated by Joseph Remnant.
All right.
It's I think it's his like final book.
Right.
So it just came out a few weeks ago.
Okay. I will not veto that.
Yay.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will not veto it.
Awesome. Well, that's good. It is hiding in your living room right now.
What?
That's right.
This entire
I
time?
know. It was there for the whole movie. All 17 hours of Zodiac.
So all the pages are fused together.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
All right, then. Sounds fine.
Yay.
Let's do that.
Cool. Read along, children.
Alrighty. Harvey Picar's Cleveland.
Yes. It's about the character from Family Guy that he created. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that joke got in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course it would.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.